Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order and acknowledge that we're in Treaty 1 territory, the home and traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, Innu, Cree, and Dakota peoples, and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation and Treaty 3 territory. My name is Neil Harden. I'm chairing today's panel. With me are Kent Seelan and Diane Knight. The assessor today is Slatana Scheibel, and the administrative personnel is Fran Picato. We will be hearing applications for revision of the business assessment rule in accordance with the Municipal Assessment Act and the City of Winnipeg Charter. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application, and we'll limit discussion to those matters. The statements that made this hearing are sworn testimony, and anyone speaking to the matters must be sworn in. Be advised that comparisons of assessments of properties are not considered evidence of market value by the board. The Board of Revision is appointed annually by council and is independent of it in the city administration. It makes its decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at this hearing and issues a written order that be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the board's decisions with respect to an application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value, or to the Court of King's Bench for the matter pertains to the application of exemptions from taxation. Should you wish to appeal, information on how to do so will include with the board's order. With respect to the hearing process, I will confirm the points of appeal with your property to be addressed with each applicant following the swearing in. We'll then have the assessor's testimony followed by questions the applicant may have, then the applicant's testimony followed by questions. Each side will have an opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all the evidence about an application is being brought forward, the applicant may leave. The process will repeat for each item on the docket today. The session will close after all the applications have been heard, and the board will deliberate in private and make its decisions. You'll receive the board's decision by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live stream recorded and will be part of the public record. We will be hearing items 1 through 8 on our docket today. Ms. Picato, please affirm the assessor's and applicant's testimony.
Madam Assessor, please state your full name.
Svetlana Scheibel.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Mr. Applicant, please state your full name.
Ayrton Neufeld.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. There are a number of properties that I think the appellant will be requesting confirmation on. So, Ms. Scheibel, in those circumstances, can you just please read in the base data and the final ARV for those properties? We don't have to go into detail on the valuations then. So the first property is 1250 Portage. So Ms. Scheibel, you can begin.
And this property will be for confirmation?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. File number 24-5076, roll number 25411. Owner Assess Credit Unit Limited. We assess total area of premises 4,696 square feet at $19.50, it's gross rent. Give us total annual rental value 91,560. I ask him to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of 91,560.
Okay, any questions, Mr. Neufeld?
No, thank you.
Any questions, Mr. Seelan?
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Knight?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Neufeld, then your presentation.
Just requesting confirmation, please, and thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, Ms. Scheibel?
No questions.
Any questions, Mr. Seelan?
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Knight?
No, thanks.
Okay, thank you. We will then go to 1375 Grant, and I believe the applicant will be requesting confirmation again.
That's correct.
So, Ms. Scheibel, your presentation, please.
Thank you. File number 24-5073, roll number 42852, owner Access Credit Unit Limited. We did assess total area of 3,300 square feet at overall rental of $35.98. It's gross. Give us total annual rental value of $118,740. We asking to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of $180,740.
Okay, any questions, Mr. Neufeld?
Thank you.
Any questions from the panel?
No, sir. Questions? No questions, thanks.
Okay, Mr. Neufeld, then your presentation.
Just requesting confirmation, please and thanks.
Okay, questions, Ms. Scheibel?
No questions.
Questions from the panel?
No, sir. No questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. And we will move on to 515 St. Anne's Road. Again, I believe confirmation is being requested. So, Ms. Scheibel, you can give us your presentation.
File number 24-5084, business room ID 33794, owner Access Credit Unit Limited. We assess total area of all premises $5,720.69 per square foot. Give us total annual rental value of $117,960. I'm asking to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of $117,960.
All right, questions, Mr. Neufeld?
No, thank you.
Questions from the panel?
No, sir. No questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Mr. Neufeld, your presentation.
Just requesting confirmation again, please and thank you.
Okay, thank you. Questions, Ms. Scheibel?
No questions.
Questions from the panel?
No, sir. No questions, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. We'll go on to 1033 St. Mary's Road. Again, I believe confirmation is being requested. So, Ms. Scheibel, you can begin.
Thank you. File number 24-5087, roll number 52191. It's Access Credit Union. We did assess 3,683 square feet at $25.22 per square foot. Give us total annual rental value of $92,880. We ask to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of $92,880. Thank you.
Okay, questions, Mr. Neufeld?
No, thank you.
Questions from the panel?
No, sir. No questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Mr. Neufeld, your presentation.
Requesting confirmation again, thanks.
Okay. Questions, Ms. Scheibel, on that?
No questions. Thank you.
Questions from the panel?
No, sir. No questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. We'll go on to 2300 St. Mary's Road. Your presentation, Ms. Scheibel.
It will be for confirmation.
Yes, I believe so, yes.
Okay, thank you. File number 24-5168, business roll number 7346. Owner is Maris Construction Limited. We did assess total area of 4,995 square feet at $23.44. That gives us total annual rental value of $117,060. We asking to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of $117,060. Thank you.
Okay, questions, Mr. Neufeld?
No, thank you. Just requesting confirmation.
Questions from the panel?
No, sir.
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, your presentation then, Mr. Neufeld.
Just requesting confirmation, please, and thank you.
Okay, questions, Ms. Shable?
No questions, thank you.
Questions from the panel?
No, sir.
No questions, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now I got to open up some more files, so just give me a moment. Okay. Our next property is 80 St. Anne's Road, and I believe this one will be argued, so you can begin, Ms. Scheibel.
Thank you. File number 24-5128. Roll number 6117. Owner Randon Holding Limited. We assess total area of 8,025 square feet with at overall annual rental rent for $16.64 per square foot, give us total annual rental value of $133,560. Subject business occupied two premises with overall premise area 8,025 square feet and overall net lease $14.03. We have occupancy cost altogether $2.17, give us overall $16.64 per square foot. It's gross rent. On same page, we can see subject lease information. This gross lease started in 2008 for 8,000 overall 25 cents, with overall $20.50. It's overall gross lease. Our assessed lease $16.64. So we asking to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of $133,560. On page number 2, subject property information. It's office building, original building 2004, two-floor building. Has a basement area 3,388 square feet, gross floor area 10,164 square feet, elizable assessed area 8,025 square feet. On same page, I presented 5 comparables, rent comparables. My first comparables 188 Marion Street. Building built older than subject property 1986, one-story building, lease size 2017, over 10,000, around 11,000 square feet at $16 per square foot. It's net lease. My second comparables 177 St. Mary Road. Building built in 2013, more new building, same two-story building like subject property. Lease started ended 2018, around 2.5 thousand square feet at $22.09. My third comparable 260 St. Anne Road, old building 1974, one-story building, lease September 2021, around 4.4 thousand square feet at $20 per square foot. In my comparables, 1089 St. Mary Road, very old building, 1963, two-story building, old lease size 2014 for 2.7 thousand square feet at $21 per square foot. In my last comparable, 942 St. Mary Road, a building, old building, 1987, two-story like subject property. Lease started in 2019 for 8.5 thousand square feet and $50.70. So our mean or average $18.96, or median $20 per square foot. We assess overall $14.03 per square foot. On page number 3, air photo and street view of subject property. It's 2-floor building. On page number 4, income expenses mailer provided to us. It showed it's fully occupied and give income 164,700. It's gross lease because it's clearly showed hydra, water, ventilation, so occupation costs. They show tax, it's paid after gross lease paid by a landlord. On page 5, income expense following, and on page 6, my comparable started. My first 188 million, you can see 1-floor building at $16 per square foot. On page number 7, 175 St. Mary Road, 2-floor building, like subject property, lease at $22.09. On page number 8, 260 St. Anne Road, 1-floor building, rent for $20 per square foot. On page 9, 1089 St. Mary Road, same 2-floor building, correct subject property, rent at $21 per square foot. On page 10, 942 St. Mary Road, 2-floor building, like subject property, rent for $15.70. More street view of subject property, front outside of building. You can see on page 11. More photo following. On page 12, it's a side shot of building. On same page 12, entrance or lobby. We can see on page 13, interior decoration. We have, can see entrance lobby, stairs to second floor, how building look inside. Following on page 14, we have some partition wall. On page 14, some kitchen area, more kitchen area, and printing area on page 15. So it's typical office building. On page 16, second floor, hallway space, meeting room. It's typical interior renovation. On page 17, we can see stairs to the basement and basement office space as well. On page 17. On page 18, some more basement area. We can see washroom, I guess, with shower. So, based on evidence presented in my report, we ask to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of $133,560. Thank you.
Okay, questions, Mr. Neufeld?
Yes, thank you. Mr. or Mrs. Shable, did you review the document signed by your supervisor and myself on the realty equivalent of this property?
Yes, I did.
So every other assessor makes flow-through recommendations on business taxes. Why hasn't that been done here?
Any other assessor, you respond back. I did send a letter on March 24, 2025 at 11:18 a.m. Proposal to following realty decision and never received response back. Now I'm asking original assessed value. Thank you.
That was sent to our general email, not me directly. I did not see that. I'm seeing
It's
it now.
Colliers. It doesn't matter. It can be anyone who
but
access this hearing.
I see that now. Thank you. This property you described as a regular office building. This was built as a house, was it not?
If you can see on interior photos, it's typical office building, prettiest one.
Would typical office buildings have ceilings that low and kitchens in them like that? Regular house kitchens?
According to photo provided, all meeting room, office space, it's typical interior renovation design.
Okay, those are my questions. Thank you.
Okay, questions, Mr. Seelan?
Have you inspected this location?
I didn't inspect it, but my colleague did. How I provide this photo.
What would you say the condition of this property is?
It is original photo done few years ago. And photo started on page 11 through 18.
Mhm.
It's after inspection.
Okay. Thank you. That's all my questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Ms. Knight.
What does the 2,128 square feet represent?
Okay, good question. It's a second floor because you
So
see
the second floor is,
$12.
that's the only difference between the two properties, right? You've got it at 1209 and he's got it at $7. Everything else is the same?
Yes, we have two premises because this building doesn't have stairs, doesn't have elevator. That it's recognized by model and usually second floor less rent compared to main floor.
Okay, and then the applicant asked you a question about something which I didn't quite catch, and you said you sent it in to reduce. What
No,
was that?
I did a proposal without prejudice. Or
You did a
to
proposal
following
with what?
without prejudice about following realty decision.
So to change this total?
I didn't respond acceptance from agent, so I asking today to confirm 133,560.
And is
It's
that what
off
you
the
sent in
table.
to request? Is that what you sent to request, 133,560, or did you
No, it
reduce
was
it?
smaller. It was some reduction.
And what was the reduction?
It's not relevant anymore.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Mr. Chair, I just have one more question,
Sure.
if I could. Just a question for the applicant. I see the air condition is marked as 1 square foot for the 2,128 square feet. Why is that?
Yeah. So I do believe that that matches the city. They have they don't have the lower basement area air conditioned on there. I can show you in my front page once it's my
Sorry, is that the basement or the second floor? She said it was a second floor.
sorry, second floor. I call it lower. Like, yeah, I'm just looking. I read mine wrong.
Okay.
Lower, but that's a mistake. It's a second floor.
Sorry, my apology. That was for the assessor. My apology, but thank you for
Okay.
answering. That's my apology, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is the second floor's square footage, 2128. Is that correct? Because it seems to be a fitted out basement the city would normally charge rental value on. And looking at the pictures, it appears like the second floor occupies most of the footprint uh, of the first floor.
Yeah.
I do apologize. I haven't inspected this. I'm just gonna pull up the email from when I worked it up with the other assessor and realty.
Okay.
I was answering second floor because that was how she did, but I think about it. I mean, 50 nine
It
hundred square feet on a main would be gigantic. So
Yeah, it appears to be. I mean, just looking at say the front of the building, well, the second story occupies the entire front of the building. side that occupies the entire side of the building, so it seems like the second floor should have pretty much the same square footage as the first floor.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, I think it logically has to be the basement, and I apologize that I don't know that immediately, but following the numbers and the
Okay,
with what you just mentioned with
What
the
does the city say
looks
to
like.
that?
yeah, what, Ms. Scheibel? Is
I
that
start to look more into, yes, it's a basement.
it's
You can
basement?
see on page number 70, photo about basement started.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Since the basement is finished, they would
Yeah,
normally.
it's finished basement, high ceiling, and we have a working area.
So there's no air conditioning in the basement?
I think it's our mistake. I will be correct this data. I already put notes for myself.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then do you have any basement rents in your comparables?
I have rent for whole building because it's owner occupied. He occupied all 3 levels. And this space we assess at $14 per square foot or $16.64 gross rent together with occupation cost.
Okay. All right, Mr. Neufeld, you can begin your presentation.
Thank you, and I apologize about that. This does appear to be basement though. The Mr. Spotcheck and I reached an agreement for the 15-1. You can see it on my page. I think it's three,
Yes.
and then the 4 is my the email he sent with the breakdown. I'm just asking that be followed through. I see that this Miss Shable did actually reach out, but it was to our general email. That's I should have seen it, but it's much, it's generally used for municipal board communications. So I did miss it, and I apologize. But this one, I believe, has no reason not to follow through with the same thing that happened on Realty, and it's in there for you to view. I won't bother going through the rents because it wasn't done that way. So I think it would be done the same way and should be. And I'm requesting 122,720. Thank you.
Okay. Questions, Ms. Shable?
No questions.
Ms. Knight?
Just on page 3, that Collier sticker's on the bottom. So, and same as page 4. So is that something you did, or if that's what came from the city,
Yeah.
but you put it on
No,
your pages?
sorry. Yeah, those are I guess snips of the documents added to our letterhead, our document. So that's in the footer of
So you
the
kind of
board
copied and
document.
pasted it into your document, so that's why it shows your
Yes.
document on the bottom.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So that's
Okay,
it's
just making sure of that, that's all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Seelan?
No questions, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, and I have no questions that haven't already been asked and answered, so thank you very much for that. We will now move on to 1565 Wilson. And I believe again confirmation is being requested on this one.
correct.
So, Miss Shable, you can begin.
File number 24-5123, roll number 38245. Owner Payworks Incorporation. We did assess total area of 48,795 square feet. Its gross rent of $18.53 per square foot. Give us total annual rental value of $904,320. I'm asking to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of $9,400 for $904,320. Thank you.
Okay, questions, Mr. Neufeld?
Oh, thank you.
Questions from the panel?
No, sir.
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Mr. Neufeld, in your presentation.
Just requesting confirmation for Wilson, please and thank you.
Okay, any questions, Ms. Shable?
No questions.
Okay, any questions from the panel?
No, sir.
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Sorry, I just have one question back on 80 St. Anne's. Can I ask that now?
I guess it's a little unusual, but go ahead.
Well, just because Ms. Shable said she sent something in to reduce but didn't hear anything back. So I want to know if she contacted them in any way, did anything to find out why they didn't respond to her email.
I did send email to AP Colliers direct on March 24, 2025 at 11 hours 18 a.m. So I did proposal to following realty, but never respond back. So it's no
Right.
agreement signed.
Did you
between
go
us.
back to them after March 24th to see if...
I physical don't have time to follow up. I have a
Okay.
lot
All right, that's all I
of
wanted to know.
experience
Thank
on
you.
my plate.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll go on to 1300 Plessy Road. Again, this is being argued, so Ms. Shable, you can begin your presentation.
File number 24-5062. Roll number 6675. Owner Gazera Credit Union Limited. We assess total area of premises 12,600 square feet at gross rent of $26.92. That gives us total annual rental value of $339,180. On subject assessment, same 12,600 square feet, we assess of net rent or base rent $24.22, plus we added occupancy cost $2.70. That's why we asked to confirm the 2025 annual rental value of $339,180. On page number 2, subject property information. It's office building, original built in 1976, located neighborhood on 433 region. We have land area 43,622. We have gross floor area 12,600. It's owner occupied, so gross floor area assessed leasable area 12,600. On same page, I provide lease comparables. You can see that it's same neighborhood 433 Region Avenue. So my first comparables on 1609 Region Avenue, building built in 1988, close to subject property building. Lease prior to reference day April 2022 for 3.4 thousand square feet at $32 per square foot. We have another lease, 355 Region Avenue, building same neighborhood building built in 2006 for 3.4 thousand square feet. We have rent $32 per square foot. Another lease on 1565 Region Avenue, same neighborhood, building built in 1982, lease prior to reference date September 22, and we have 5.7 thousand square feet, rent for $30 per square foot. Another comparables, 1332 Region Avenue, building built in 1980, very close to subject property, 1976. Lease started in 2020, around 8.5 thousand square feet at $33 per square foot. In my last lease, 850 Region Avenue, same neighborhood, building 1993, old lease 1915 for 10 years. For 3.25 thousand square feet at $25 per square foot. That gives us average $13.71, in media $32 per square foot. We assess 12,600 at $24.22. It's below my comparables, but it's very well supported. On page number 3, street view air photos, view of subject property. We can see it's one floor building. It's following on page number 4. On page number 5, income expense mailer provided for us. It's owner occupied, so it's no rent income. We have all expenses, annual expenses, very well reported. Tenants role, it's Gazera Credit Union Limited, occupied. In air photo and street view of my comparable, same on region, you can see all my comparables on 6009. It's bank comparables, $32 per square foot. On page number 8, 1565 region, we have bank as well, rent for $13. On same area, page number 9, 1536 region, we have another bank rent for $32.25. Comparables on 1532 Region Avenue, page number 10, another bank rent for $32, $3 per square foot. My comparables on page number 11, 850 Region Avenue. We have bank rent for $25 per square foot. Size 2015. In 2025, it will be renewal. And my last comparables on 855 Regent Avenue, another bank rent for $32 per square foot. Based of my rent comparables, our assessment base rent for $24.22, it's fair and reasonable. I ask him to confirm our annual rental value of $339,180. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Questions, Mr. Neufeld?
Yes, thank you. Of your comparables, Ms. Scheibel, are any of those basements rents?
My comparables, it's bank. Most of the bank, when it stay alone, they have basement. But
Yeah, but are any of the square footages included when leases are written with basic basement? Would they generally put those as leasable area in the leases? Do you know if any of your leases include basement in that area of square footage?
So I didn't look specific. I was just look for rent.
Okay.
But most of the time, if bank stay alone, it has basement, full occupied basement.
Okay, this was adjudicated at a realty hearing. Was that appealed by either party, to your knowledge?
I don't know. But my
Was there...
comparables very support our business assessment.
Okay, the realty hearing put the NOI in the decision. Did I miss an email for a recommendation on this one too, or?
I believe our assessment correct, based of my rent comparables for the business.
Yeah. Okay. Is a $24 rent typical for a basement space?
It's overall whole building rent for $24 and normal bank rent for $13 per square foot. It's reasonable.
Yeah, those are my questions. Thank you.
Okay, questions, Mr. Seelan?
You inspected this location?
Although I not expected, but I can clearly describe what type of property is it.
What exactly is it basement at this location?
It's typical business bank. They have a vault, some office space, sometimes mechanical meeting room. They usually have kitchen area. So it's full occupied basement. And according to BOMA, owner occupied space, it's whole building, one single tenant or owner occupied building. That's why we assessed 12,600. Gross floor area and leasable area identical.
Is it typical for basements to have the same rental value?
It's owner occupied, it's part of bank. So all bank we assess full area. At least try to following same.
Thank you. That's all my questions, Mr. Chair.
All right, Miss Knight.
So on the picture on your page 4, there's no basement windows there. But there's a full basement that they use?
Yes.
There's no windows in it?
From this photo, I don't see it. And you can see it's going a little bit up. Another side could have this.
So
Window,
you're
but
saying that the
usually
main
it's,
floor then, that the main floor is more than $24 a square foot?
all together with basement.
Right. So the basement would be, okay. And then in your comparables, you don't have anything that comes into play for that? They're all, the only one closest is the 850 Regent Avenue, which is built in 1993, which is 3,200 square feet at $25. This is 12,600 square feet. And I
That's
just
why
don't,
is our assessment $24 per square foot.
yeah, I just don't get where your comparables meet to what you're saying.
And also 950 Regent Avenue, this lease started in 2015, 8 years before reference date.
I
So
get that,
this rent
but
should be upward adjustment.
you don't have anything showing anything that compares to your lease rate.
Uh,
Because
my
the size is
backup-
too small on this, everything is not right.
I was trying to find biggest size. My comparable 1532 Regent Avenue, now 8.5 thousand square feet, renting $33 per square foot.
Right, but that's not $24 a square foot. So I'm looking for something that, one of your comparables that can show me that $24 is right.
Yes, usually a bank it's owner occupied. It's best comparables are found in this area.
Mm-hmm. Not all banks are owner occupied though.
Yes, owner occupied.
Credit unions maybe, but not all banks. There's a big difference.
If bank owner occupied, we don't have leases.
Right, I understand that. Okay, thank you.
All right. Just saying real estate location, location, location. Is this location not inferior to those that are on Regent, directly on
If you
Regent?
look on page number 2, subject property located 433 region neighborhood, all my comparables for same neighborhood, each of them.
Okay. All right. No further questions. So, Mr. Neufeld, you can begin.
Thank you. The subject property is used as a bank. There is half of that square footage is in the basement, and I will bring you to my page 5. That second picture there is the basement. It's used as storage in that room. They've got a meeting room on page 6 and a lunchroom. You can see there the low ceilings. It would be a little under 8 feet, I believe, of clear. And then through page 7, there's another sort of I guess, multi-purpose room, you would call it, where they have, I guess, meetings and a basement area. No windows, low ceiling. I think we had a decision in the realty in my page 2, and the right up on page 3. There was an NOI listed in there. We do the best we can to kind of extrapolate that, and on the top of my page 2 would be my guess. It's I would assume, and actually Mr. Harden can correct me if I'm wrong, but I would assume that the basement was adjusted. But I did do it at a blended rate just because that's a little easier when you're trying to work these backwards. But I would say that that's probably something in the lines of 20 plus and then under 10 for the basement. I would it's a little difficult to backtrack these, so I could be off by a few cents, but I think the 1512 does seem to be pretty close to this assessment. It's a little about 1,000 higher, and then the NOI is about 50 higher than what was written in there. But I did put in for 1512, and that's what I'm requesting of the same blended rate here today for 224 530. The subject really, I mean, it is a bank, but if you go through the pictures, page 4 and 5, it shows as a dated office. So to put on $40 rents on the main floor, I don't think is really indicative of this building. It was, you know, if this sells out, if this goes out of business with the amalgamations of the credit unions, they'll be selling this, probably ripping out that vault and using it as an office. So I don't think office rents are completely unapplicable either. We went through with, I have a number of rents, nothing exactly perfectly comparable, but again, it's an older, or it kind of shows as an older, early 2000 style office. Page 16 is some basement rents. And I think that's really my presentation. I'm really just asking that the realty decision be flowed through to this business, and it appears to be roughly 1512 or 224 530. Thank you.
Okay, questions, Ms. Shable?
Yes, please. On page number 5, start photo of basement, correct?
Just double check that. Yeah.
So we can see a door frame and we have still space to the ceiling. So it's a typical ceiling height for typical office space, correct?
No, I'd say that's pretty low ceiling. If you look at the clear on my page 4, in the hall there, that's about the same, but in the main portion, it's about 2 feet more.
I'm right now sitting in a meeting room. I have same space on top of my door frame. So it's it's a typical basement full.
Yeah,
Like,
that building
it's
you're
not
in was built
low,
in
not low
1916, I believe.
ceiling.
What year was the what year was the building that the assessment department had built?
Your statement that it's low ceiling, it's not supported by your photos.
It's
upper
lower
side.
than a typical office, it would be, yeah. And when you're dealing with older offices built in the turn of the century, that could be more comparable, yeah.
On page number 6, you provide meeting room and basement area, some lunch area, hallway.
Mhm.
It's normal ceiling space, so it's no
Again,
nothing
it's
wrong
normal,
with
it's
it,
rentable,
correct?
but it's lower than your typical bank. It's lower than the $30 rents that you're showing the panel. And to compare them that way would be misleading. You got in
This
a
building
typical
was
bank, you have vaulted open ceilings, as you can see in my page 4. Not quite vaulted because this is still showing as a dated office, but in a newer bank, you would be looking at much higher ceilings
Would you agree
than
that
this
building
basement.
was built for to be bank at the beginning? So it's normal
Yeah, I'm sure
basement
it
house
was. I don't
supposed to
think
be
that.
typical banks
Okay,
today?
but we're comparing a bank that is dated to the early 2000s with a basement to brand new banks that are built and upkept because they're leased. And that's not really appropriate. This is a bank. It's operated as a bank. We're using bank grants a lot with the time too, but this would be a lower quality bank compared to all the chartered banks that you're presenting.
What your best bank comparables you provide to us? Which page? to
Yeah, well, I
support
didn't really
your
bring bank
asking
comparables. We were
rent?
looking at it closer to an office style. And again, I think the best way to value this is to go through the decision that was already made. I do have a bank grant on my page 13. That's in my office, much better than the subject. The 230 Portage was no longer a bank, but it was a bank.
Would you agree that rent for bank much higher than the typical office space
For
on the market?
in overall, yes, but for a property of this nature, I can't see why it would rent higher than a regular office when it's lower
No,
quality than the
thank
typical
you.
new bank.
No further questions.
Okay, questions, Ms. Knight?
Just to that picture on page 5. The
Mhm.
picture on page 5, the bottom picture is the basement, but the top picture is not, correct?
Correct.
Okay, because I think that,
That's the hallway. That's
yeah, I think she was
you can
thinking
sort of
both
see
of
it
those were
better.
the basement, so that's why. Okay, thank you.
And question on page number 6, what photo is it? 6, 7.
6 and 7 are the basement, but if you look at my bottom of page 4 and the top of page 5, that's basically the same area, just a different angle.
And if you look on page number 6, bottom, you can see a door frame, and we still have feet up, so it's not low
If it was
at all.
typical basement off, or sorry, there aren't typical basement office, but if it was high quality basement office space, there would be windows and higher ceilings. If it was renting for $24, which is nearly impossible, it would be much better quality than what that we're looking at.
Okay, any other questions, Ms. Knight?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Mr. Shailen?
Yes, this building was built in 1976.
Yes.
Was it built as a bank or a credit union?
To my knowledge, yes, I believe it was. There's the vault in there, and I think that would have been, yeah,
Did
it
it
appears so.
did it change in 1995?
Well, they've got, those that's the city puts these effective year builds on, and I think that's likely that they just did some sort of interior renovations, and because this isn't dated 1970 quite, this would be 90s, early 2000s kind of finish. So I'm assuming that what they did is put in I don't have the dates of the renovations, but I'm assuming the city updated their effective year built to 95, which it's still a 1976 building at its core, but they likely did some renovations in 20, 30 years ago.
Okay, thank you. That's all my questions.
Okay, I have no questions that haven't been asked and answered. So thank you very much. We've now heard every item on today's agenda, and this hearing is now adjourned. Again, thank you for your capable presentations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a great day.